Hi anyone, and welcome to the next episode of Minecraft on the Eons SMP. Where last time we built this ancient era tower, which connects us to the Stone Age, the previous Eon that we were in. Since then, I moved all my goodies into the tower and I furnished it. So there's plenty of space for early game storage and crafting, as well as doing some like fishing and other things, which are neat. Let me show you. So we have this fully furnished balcony here, which is a place for us to fish and just has some extra storage for us to put our fish and stuff. We could just grab a rod here whenever we need it, and then we cast off the side, and then we'll be able to reel it in from here, and we catch it every time. It's no worry. It doesn't like fly over our head or anything. But then we have a fish room. This is a storage for some fish. It's nothing too special. It's just fish stuff. Yeah, that's the fish room. And then we can go down below to the block room. This is the second floor of the build, where we have a bunch of different blocks. So this is all the wood types, the different sandstone types, different stones, mud and dirt, bricks, other blocks, just the block types. So the second floor is block type floor. And if we keep going up this staircase, it actually takes us to the Stone Age. So this is the place that we were in last season. But we're not going to spend too much time there this season, but if you want to see it, go view the old videos. That's why they're there. Then we have more storage down below with some furnaces, as well as a bedroom with some bamboo doors. And I really like this doorway, or the walling that we did. So it's like a separation of the room. It splits it up without actually like doing a full separation. Yeah, this is the bedroom. This is the place that I set my spawn, where I sleep. Then we can go outside, and this is just back to the front where everything is where it needs to be, and I really like it. As well as furnishing the tower, we made this fountain area and a couple places to sit, so you can just like hang out with people. And this will be a center of commerce and like just a third place, I guess. It's like an outdoor third place. I don't know. I wanted a place that just seemed vibey and chill. So I made this fountain, and it took a little bit to make the fountain because we don't have buckets. No buckets for me. So we had to move the water in a very specific kind of way. So there was water up on that hill, and we just used kelp to like drag the water along, and growing the kelp made it so that the water made the source block move. And that brought the water over to here, and I just dropped it down, put some kelp on top of it, and then I just dragged some kelp all around the whole base of this, and that just made it all source blocks. And now we have this well that provides life to the area. So it gives a lot of source of wellness to these plants. So there's going to be a lot of plants and flowers and things. And I really like this area, so let me know what you think about it in the comments. Today, we're going to get situated with our animals, because we have a bunch of animals and they're just kind of living in a pit. And that's no life to live, right? And we also want to make a city here, an ancient Egyptian city. So we need to build a bunch of structures. And those structures, they're going to hold these animals. So it's going to do the job that we need of the form and the function. That's what I love about Minecraft, is the form and a function. So the first structure we're going to build today is going to be a stable for our horses. So that's going to go right over here along this roadway. And I think it's going to be pretty neat. And we got to flatten out some terrain as well. So some terraforming is in order. But yeah, let's get to building. How are we feeling about my stable? I'm pretty happy with it. It's a cool, exciting way to hold our horses, and it has a function and a form, and it does everything I love about Minecraft. So it does what I want it to do. It has colors, it pops out. There's a gradient with the shadows that I love. Like I added oak to the gradient that we were using for our tower, and I'm in love with it. It's a great gradient to use, the sandstone to the jungle wood in between with all these different colors, and I really love that texturing. Then as well as the colors of the orange and the blue coming out, I didn't want to just do straight up blue, but I copied this because I added orange to it just to mix with the acacia wood. And there's no acacia wood in this build, but in other ones there will be. So it's gonna go well with it in other colors. So I'm pretty happy with it. Then we also have an interior, which is really just storage. That's all interiors are, is just different interesting ways to make storage. And we have a staircase to the second floor, which will take us to the roof, almost at ceiling, the roof of the stable itself, where we have a bunch of storage and hay bales and things just to look cool. I guess everything here is to look cool. That's the point of it, is to look good. That's the function, is to look good. Sometimes the function is the form. But yeah, this is our stable. How do you think of it? Why do I say it like that? That's funny. But what do you think of it? It's a cool stable, in my opinion. When you Google Egyptian stable, it kind of comes up with concept art that's very similar to this. So I'm really happy with it. And yeah, that's the first step of today's episode, was to build our stable so that our horses now have a home. What we need to do is build a home for the rest of our animals, which are cows and sheep. I'm ignoring you. You're different. But yeah, we have to do cows and sheep, and they're going to have their own homes individually. So the cows will have a place, then each colored sheep are going to have their own homes. So they're going to have like a stall. It's going to be like a bazaar stall, and they're all going to be colorful. It's all going to be great. And it's going to make streets of this city. It's going to actually feel like a city instead of just like one house or one place in next to a tower. But yeah, that's the next move. I gotta actually do material gathering because I'm out of stuff. I don't have any more sandstone or birch, so I need to do wood cutting. I need to do sand gathering, but that's kind of boring. So I'm going to just start building the next thing. Look at their faces. Not a care in the world. Just to eat grass. They just want to nom on some grass. Which I understand. But yeah, this is our sheep farm, bazaar, stations, place. I don't know how to describe it. I just wanted a building, and they need a roof over the head because there are really bad thunderstorms in this era because the fall of the ancient civilization was due to bad weather, as partially that. So that's a part of this eon, is some really bad weather. So they need a roof, because if they're going to get struck by lightning or set on fire or flooded, it's better that the roof does first, and then I'll see that and then fix it. But yeah, I'm really happy with the little build that we have, and they have plenty of space to grow and eat the grass, and then I could add some more if I really wanted to up the efficiency, but that doesn't seem necessary, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to manually farm because we don't have redstone yet. We can't do any sort of automatic farm for it, so I'm just gonna come in here whenever they're ready to be sheared and just go in, boom 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 boom, and that's good enough for me. And then I'm just kind of storing all my wool up here and some extra shears and stuff. But yeah, that's what these are gonna look like. They're gonna be different colors, don't worry. It's not gonna be as boring as this one. This is gonna be the most boring one, maybe the gray one as well. The light gray, because the dark gray is a nice bright color, or solid color, but the white and the light gray are very monotone. But maybe I'll change the colors for this, but I wanted it to be color coordinated. I don't know. Let's see what's gonna happen next. I want to finish the street because we've made it over to here, and we're gonna keep going a little bit further, and then we're gonna turn right, and there's gonna be another street over there coming, and there's gonna be an intersection. But we got to finish this street. We got to finish terraforming. We got to push this back. So I think I'm going to do all that and be right back with you. Don't you love getting things done? This intersection's not complete, but I'm pretty happy with it where it's at so far. So let's take a look. So what's new on the street? We have palm trees, which... they're not really perfect palm trees in my opinion. I can't get them right. I don't know. I like it. I like the not the branch, but the trunk. And then the branches up here, I enjoy it. Maybe it's just that we have to use birch or spruce wood or leaves, and that's not my favorite type of leaves for this. I would rather use like a jungle, but then it's too pale because we're in like a desert biome, so the leaves change. So we have to use a certain type of leaf. I don't know. Maybe it's that. If you have any recommendations on what to do with the trees, let me know. I'm open to your suggestions. Then also, we have more sheep cells down this street with a wagon where he's picking up some of the wool from the sheep cells. So it just adds a little bit of an ambiatic feature, and it's nothing too big, and it breaks up the like similarity of the sheep cells with your eyes, similar to the trees, which is what they're doing for us. As well as breaking up the city, we have a house. It's a 1-bedroom house. It's a 7x7 house. We have a washroom and a bedroom, which also has a staircase, or not a staircase, but a ladder up to the roof, where we can do some difference here. We can maybe add some seating area or something. Maybe we'll do that in the future. But what are we doing next? The next thing after this intersection is complete, we need to go to the next road. So we're just gonna have another road coming along here. But I'm tired of doing the sheep. I'm so tired of doing the sheep. It's been a lot of sheep in a row. So it's cow time. It's cow time. It's cow time. And they're gonna go right here, right next to this circle. They're gonna connect to the circle, and it's gonna be a great big barn. It's not gonna be that big, but it's gonna be big enough to hold the cows. And yeah, it's gonna go right here, and then there's gonna be a road connecting this and intersecting over to this road. So just imagine it for me for a second. Just like we have that intersection there, then it's gonna come around and then intersect again here, and then we're gonna have that road going over to here where we're gonna have more sheep cells and other houses and other things, and it's gonna have another road going out this way so we can connect to other things. It's gonna be a grand big city. So we gotta get to work. Time for a cow farm. Look, we have a cow farm, which you might say, what signifies this as a cow farm? And I would say all the cows, maybe all the cows. Once you step inside, you could go inside and you got cows. But yeah, this is the interior for the barn area. I guess it's a barn. It's a very small barn, if anything. It's a 9x9 house. And then I just kind of shaded it to the shading of the world. But yeah, we have a staircase, which required a trapdoor because the cows like to go upstairs. They like to go up. Animals go up. And then I added some carpets here and some sweet berries so they won't escape. If there's enough of them inside, then they eventually just push each other out, which is fine. That's actually game intended. Like that. This is my cow farm. So if they all die, then these guys are fine, and then they'll eventually just push out the excess, and then we'll know how many we need. But yeah, I think it's time to slaughter these animals and then continue building because we have connected the two streets together, but there's nothing else on the street besides the cow farm. So I need to do a few more builds here, a few more builds there, add some sheep cells. But I think the next build I'm going to do is actually a 2-story house. So we have a 1-story house over here. We have stables, and then the rest are pretty much the cow farm and all the sheep farm. But I want to add a little more variance and add a 2-story house. So that's going to be nice and grand and big and tall and fancy. And right there, that's where we're putting it. So I think it's time to get building. Here's the 2-story house, and I'm really fond of it. It's very simple as well. It's basically just a 9x9 house stacked on top of each other, and I took off the corners of the second floor just to make it a little more narrow, so it has a little bit of an angle going on with the house. Then I added a balcony, so this is just a 5-block balcony, as well as a staircase on the outside just to not take up room on the first floor. So we have the staircase on the outside hanging on to the right, and on the inside it's not furnished yet, but we got plenty of space to do things. I don't really know what's going to go on these houses yet. Maybe just some basic decorations, just a bedroom right here maybe. Then we have the balcony up top with the not really anything going on, just some nice views of the city, or what will be nice views of the city. But yeah, that's the balcony. We got a little overhang over the door just to keep us hidden from the sun. We also have that chandelier in here, and then we have another staircase, which is just a little closet underneath the staircase, which will take us to the roof, where we can see the best view of our city so far, where everything is coming together, I think, really well. Which it's time to actually do the rest of the city, basically. Well, the rest of the animal farm part of it. So there's going to be just different districts. So we're going to have the animal farm district, which is what we're working on now, which is basically the entire center. And then we're going to have a type of like crop farming district, which I think is going to go there. Maybe it's going to go here. I don't really know. It might, decision paralysis. That's the thing I'm going to decide later. But, what we have to do, we have to finish the rest of the sheep cells. That's pretty much it that we have to do. But I'm going to also add another one of these 2-story houses, as well as another one of these 1-story houses, just to add some variance to the rest of this, and then fill out the rest of the sheep cells. So it's time to get building. The last of the stalls are in, and I'm really enjoying the views that we get as we just walk through the city and we see the tower in the distance, and then the different buildings that we've made and all the animals that we have, the different colors. It's just popping out to us. The only thing I really want to do is add a few more of these wagons around, and then also have some stalls just to have some people selling things in this area. But I don't think I'm going to do that today. I think we're just going to leave it with what we have for now, because we did a lot of building and that's a little tiresome. So we got to stop at some point. Yeah, there's got to be more in the future. But yeah, what are we going to do in the future? What's coming up next episode? Well, we got to do some agriculture, because this farmland does not cut what we want to do for keeping up with our food needs. As you can see, our food is going down, and our hunger is not staying up, because we're doing a lot of building, a lot of chopping, a lot of mining and things, and we need a lot of food. So I need to make a bunch more farmland, and that's going to take some terraforming and some water movement and different things. So we need to do some builds as well. But that's going to be next episode, and that's going to be the next sector, because this has all been the animal sector of the city. And I want to do a worship sector over here, as well as like a kingdom sector over here with some boats and some docks over here. So that's the plan on my mind. I don't know how full or how fruition is going to all come, but this is the city so far, and I'm really loving it. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like the episode as well as all the builds. Let me know what you think of all the builds as well, and have a great rest of your day. Stay safe.